Many men go to the gym, push to failure, lift a bunch of weights, and their physique is still skinny fat or at least semi-skinny fat. Now, skinny fat was a thing that never existed back in the day, and now it seems to be so common amongst young men. And I'll tell you this, it's for one reason and one reason only. And that's low testosterone levels. Testosterone levels are declining at a rate of 1% every single year, which explains why there's so many skinny fat physiques out there. But the thing is actually very simple to fix your skinny fat physique and build more muscle and boost your testosterone levels. Because after you've boosted your testosterone levels, then your skinny fat physique will slowly disappear. And before I start the video, I want to say that I have a full course on how to optimize your testosterone, your net androgen status, and actually boost muscle growth. Now, if you go back then, literally go back just a few decades, there was no such thing as skinny fat. That stuff never existed. If you look at them videos of those guys back then, who would literally hit puberty, they'll be like 16, 17, and they'll be fucking lean, shredded, doing pull-ups and stuff, and they'll actually start to look like men. But a lot of us now don't have a lot of muscle, but also have fat. If you realize, we're starting to grow like women. Gynecomastia, so much fat around the love handles, right? Small arms, small shoulders. Skinny fat is the worst physique a man can have. Because being fat, you still have muscle on you. So if you lose the fat, you look good. Being skinny, all you have to do is bulk. But being skinny fat, my friend, you have the worst of both worlds. Now, if you have a skinny fat physique, I could basically guarantee you, it's not basically, I guarantee you, you have low testosterone combined with high estrogen. Now, testosterone is the hormone that increases our muscle growth, increases our metabolic rate, so it makes you actually burn off fat even if you eat more calories. And estrogen makes you store fat in the places that women would store it. In the tits, in the fucking love handles over here. And I was no exception either when I was 13, 14. I was extremely fat. I had the worst diet you could ever see, a bunch of seed oils and sugar. And I actually developed a bit of gyno. And it's not really that visible now because I've trained my body and the gyno started to decrease because I've actually maximized my testosterone now. But literally 70% of people watching this video have this kind of issue. Now, you might be going to the gym, working out, lifting weights, and still have a semi-skinny fat physique. To fix skinny fat, it's actually very simple. And I'll tell you why it's very simple. First of all, the most simple thing is actually going to the gym and lifting weights. But I don't want to repeat this to you guys because you probably already do go to the gym and lift weights if you're trying to get rid of a skinny fat physique. Make sure you do a bunch of compound movements to boost your testosterone levels. Try to get your estrogen down, try to increase your testosterone, increase your metabolic rate. Obviously do your isolation movements at the end if you want to. And then after the gym, you gotta actually focus on increasing your whole androgen status as a whole. So your testosterone, your DHT minus your anti-androgens like your cortisol and your prolactin and your estrogen, etc. And these are all fancy words that you guys probably have no idea what I'm talking about. But I can make this simple for you guys. Start off by eating fatty foods. Stop eating lean proteins because many of you are probably going home, oh, let's eat some chicken breast and then eat a yogurt bowl with some fruits on there, which is completely fine. Fruits are good for your testosterone. But what I'm trying to say is those low-fat, lean proteins are actually shit for your testosterone level. You get egg whites instead of eggs. You only eat 1 or 2 eggs per day because the cholesterol might get unhealthy. You eat tuna for some reason when all tuna has is protein and you think protein is the only way. You could eat as much protein as you want. And if you have low testosterone, which you probably do, you're gonna stay skinny fat. So what should you do instead? Replace these foods like tuna with salmon, with sardines, mackerel. Notice how these fishes are all fatty. Notice how they have extremely high omega-3 content, which is very beneficial for your testosterone. Egg whites. Now fuck that, you're gonna eat the whole egg. The yolk has the most nutrients inside. The egg whites is just protein. Let's eat chicken for dinner today. Fuck that. You're gonna eat some red meat. You're gonna eat a steak. You're gonna eat minced beef. You're gonna eat lamb. You're gonna eat some oysters or whatever. Anything that's high in fat. When the foods have high in fat, most of the time, when it's a good amount of fat, not only is it have high cholesterol, which is a precursor to testosterone, but it also has a lot of nutrients inside. Micronutrients are the foundation for your testosterone level. Many of you have low testosterone nowadays because of your micronutrients, because of your diet. You're getting nowhere near the amount of micronutrients that you need. And do that, and watch your skinny fat physique start to slowly fade. Skinny fat does not exist for high testosterone men. I wish I got told this sooner because I thought the key to everything was just lifting a bunch of weights and eating as much protein as I can. But there's way more stuff than this. In order to maximize the testosterone, obviously diet is extremely important, but there's so much other stuff that you guys are probably missing out on because of this modern lifestyle bullshit, and that's why everyone has low testosterone nowadays. And if you're interested in this, you want to boost your testosterone to high, healthy levels, so not only do you lose fat, but you build muscle, right? You feel more confident, you're more aggressive and driven in the gym or whatever. Go check out the link in the description. I have a full course on how to boost it, and there's a video there explaining the details on how I got there. That's been Team TMS, Testosterone Muscle Strength. Bye.